how's it going by? And welcome back to State Reanimated with me, Noble. Now, as I said, I would go ahead and loot the place and tell you about what I got. I found a stogie, which will help out our friend Bud. Once again, though, don't forget that Bud can't get super happy. He's got chronic depression from the zombie apocalypse. I'm hoping we make it back in time before the nightfall comes. I have to see if we get there before, what, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, something like that. Looks like we might make it. It's going to be close, though. Oh, got there before 7. That's good. We might have an hour to use these guys for something else. Alright. Yeah, we found 2 more antibiotics. That's another thing that I forgot to bring up. Wow, I didn't even realize I'd gotten 7. I was like, yeah, I might have 2 or 3 skill points to use. That's a lot. So let's go ahead and separate that a little bit. And I forgot to read the radio again. We need to go to the radio room. Yeah, I think we need to drop points into this category. Because we're using a lot of melee attacks and not as much gun. Even though we put a lot of points into gun, we just don't have the ammo for it right now. So getting this up will help us out a lot. I just realized I have a stat perk as well. Total action points. We could use a little bit extra action point. I would like to put it into strength, but I'm going to put it into agility instead and hope... Wait a minute. I don't know anymore. And why do I have 9 out of 10? That's a little strange, but whatever. Permanently low, I guess. Now let's go ahead and drop all this extra gear we have off, like the 2 submachine guns. That's going to give us a lot of ammo since we're not going to use those as submachine guns. Okay, so yeah, that in this case I cut that other part out. That helped out a lot. Those 2 submachine guns gave us an exponential amount of ammunition for the 9mm, so we'll be using the pistols a lot more than we had. So we have 1 hour to spare. So let's make sure we use our party members efficiently. I need healing. I'm sorry, we don't have a Genji to put in that position. As soon as we get out of the watchtower, we might need to split the team up, working on the gym and maybe the chicken coop or something. Let's see. Really could go with that recycler too. And Gats. Watchtower. Alright, that'll help. At least for 1 hour. Gonna get you guys back in the party. Where's Gats? There he is. So, 34 hours. We're nearly done with that build. Now, let's go hit that radio before we go to bed, and then hit it again as soon as we get up, because last thing we need is miss something important on the radio. Things do happen. A lot of you might have children who are confused about what's going on. If they are, just tell them Santa Claus is coming, and he's rabid. To them, I made this list of phrases you can use to explain the dead are coming back to life to them in a way a child can understand. Watch the living dead, night of, and or day of, and or fear the walking dead. Insert any form of anime, movie, or video game. Get a pad and pencil ready. Are you ready? Okay. Number 5. You remember when your pet goldfish died? Well, it's like that, except a lot worse. Oh, that is horrible. Number 4. Well, at least you won't have to worry about overpopulation. That is not something you have to tell your kids. Number 3. You load the shells here, and then you press this thing to shoot. It make mommy proud. That works a little bit better, but I would easily go as far as to say, it's like the internet. Just point and click. Alright. Number 2. The kind of thing that happens all the time. It happened when I was a kid. No. And number 1 on your list of top 5 things to say to kids to explain the dead coming back to life. Something you did must have really pissed off God. Oh, that is sad. Put all the stress on the child? Yeah, right. Mommy, but is it really my fault? No. That man's just crazy on the radio. But in all seriousness, stay safe out there, boys and girls. Alright. Let's take a quick gander and see what's going on with Bud. Where is Bud? Bud is content, but he'll never get above content. So unless he drops, there's no reason for me to give him the cigar. I could give her another chocolate, but, you know, why? Okay, so I'll hold off on the chocolates. I'll hold off on everything else for now. Garden's coming along great. Okay, Priscilla put something down. I saw green in her name. Only reason I'm not sticking around is because we really need to get the story moving. Otherwise, we'll be kind of like that one episode where it was almost nothing but conversation. We only went up by 33 morale today, so not as good. But hey, we got 24 antibiotics, and we got ourselves a decent bit of food. We need more, though. Now we come to one of these. This is what stupid Todd was talking about, where he's like, I heard you guys have these meetings where you talk about important things. Well, guess what? They never happened until right now. First one. I've called this meeting because we have to make a decision that might affect everyone here. See, we're going to have to kill about half the population. I mean, that has nothing to do with this. It's crucial that we weigh in on our options carefully if we want people here to continue to trust and make decisions. Some people might not like our solution. No one likes to swallow a bitter pill, but if at all possible, we should try and win as much support as possible. Alright, but yeah, like I said before, when I first played this, I had an event like on day 4. That was before Vic ever showed up, and it was one of those deals where I had to make a decision on the water. Do I use parts or not use parts? And I chose incorrectly because apparently, I think it's a randomizer where, you know, it's like a flip of the coin. You pick heads or tails, and heads, you know, the parts weren't necessary and it was easily fixed without them, and tails, you needed the parts, otherwise you'd never get the job done. And it depends on which one you land on and which one you choose. You know, if you choose, you know, heads and it turns out to be tails, well, you just screwed up big time. Alright. Unaffiliated. So these are the people that get swayed by either Vic or... So Joel and Renee follow Vic, and Anita, Priscilla, and Ryan follow Todd. Okay, you're not allowed to have more followers in your cult group there, Todd. No means no. The issue we're having right now concerns our water supply. This is exactly what I said I saw the first time. Except it's happening a whole lot later than it did before. Our water is filtered through the school's purification system. However, the last few days, some people here feel that the water tastes a bit off. It may be nothing, but if there's a problem with the purification system, we could be drinking contaminated water. I'm familiar with the system and I can handle the maintenance, but it's a question of how much time and material we have to devote to it, if at all. I chose at the time, now once again, I think this is a randomizer. I chose at the time to put the supplies and time into repairing it, and they basically told me it wasn't that big of a deal, and I lost all the supplies and time. So, well, I haven't noticed anything off, or excuse me, this is Vic. Well, I haven't noticed anything off about the water, but I have seen what's out there, and in my opinion, we need those, need to use every bit of time and material we have to make sure that this place stands the worst of it. I appreciate the difficulty of the situation, but every supply we have should be going into securing this place. Which is what I chose. Or excuse me, I didn't choose. And it ended up costing me. You have done right by us so far. If you really think the water's a priority, then I'll back up whatever solution you think necessary. Given the circumstances, or actually I need to use that other voice. Well, given the circumstances we're in, I'm not sure why we even have put this to a committee. I don't think we should take any chances. I once did a missionary work and have seen the waterborne diseases can do to people. You do realize we could boil this water and save the issues for another solution. I mean, seriously, we could just boil the water. I mean, really, we should be boiling the water to begin with. I mean, we're getting out of a well with zombie infestation everywhere. We don't know what's getting in that water. We wouldn't spare any time or material to get it fixed. We owe our residents to make... I think there's a third option on this one. Make sure they drink clean water. The third option, I think, is like, half-ass it. It doesn't make either group happy. We'll do whatever you decide, but you should weigh in on the options carefully. If you take part and fix the purification system, it's going to take quite a few parts and time, plus fuel to test it. Why do you need fuel? Well, you dumping gasoline into the purification system to see if it's contaminated? It's contaminated if you dump gasoline into it. Okay, he agrees. He's got 3. He's got 2. Okay, so the team is basically split, the degrees and disagrees. I wish they give you a list of how many supplies you have left. Because that's a big if. Like I said, last time I played this, there was nothing wrong with the purification system. So I am going to go with my last decision. Or no, I'm going to go against my last decision and go with Vic this time. The decision is to hope that the purification system is working and use our resources to fence the shelter. As it should be. Good call. This frees up us all up to make this place into more base of operations and less of a school. That's disappointing. And I don't think people are going to feel less safe having access to clean water. Seems to be the definition of security to me. Each their own on that one. Seriously, just boil your water, you're good. That concludes our meeting. We'll have a clear direction now. I'll let everyone know what you decided. The meeting is over. Seriously, we'll see exactly morale decrease in the shelter by 14. Sub-leader morale penalty. Mood decrease for each ally by 5. Well, it said most of the people disagreed, but I think that's a most by 1. Noble, may I speak with you for a moment? Sure, what is it? I want to say I appreciate you picking up me on the first day instead of Reenie. I know that it wasn't an easy choice, and I want to thank you for not taking her out there. We'll go with that one because it sounds less rude. Well, regardless of why you did it, I wanted to thank you, to talk to you about maybe trying to keep Reenie here in the shelter. Not just for me, but for everyone. Are you trying to get her married off? Did you find an eligible suitor? It's not Max, is it? I hope it's not Max. I know Reenie's a vet,
not a doctor, but she's saved lives now. Yours, that Doug creep that's over there in the library, looking very strangely at his batteries for some reason. And even Elaine, those were lost. She tried. I'm sounding more like Captain Kirk at the current point in time. She didn't have the knowledge for, and I know how things hangs on her soul, but if we can keep her to fix that. What Rainey needs more knowledge and training. She doesn't have resources she needs to expand her skills here at the shelter. But I'm sure that's a medical library that could help her. I think there's a teaching hospital or clinic that has one not far from here.
Okay, so this is kind of a turning point for us. We can either, like we did with the kid, we can choose what we're going to do. So she get to learn more about how to be a capable doctor. Are you sure being a doctor is what Rennie wants? Are you crazy? Those places are death traps. That is very true. A couple things to think about, not just for zombie apocalypses, but for any major disaster situation, would be, number one, places like hospitals, which are basically breeding grounds for diseases and sicknesses. Churches and police stations would be the places you would not want to go to during a zombie apocalypse, because everyone's going there. Everyone has the same idea as you do. Hey, if I go to the police station, they can protect me. If I go to the hospital, they might have the medicine I need to keep myself safe. And maybe I can find a cure for this. They might have it, stocked up in boxes in the back room they're about to hand out right now. I should get over there and get my my vaccine, Or, hey, if I go over to this military base, that's another one I forgot to mention, they got soldiers there. They can protect us. The answer is no, 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 and no. Because the soldiers are going to want to protect their own. Their families are on the bases with them, usually. The ones that have them. They could easily get their girlfriends or boyfriends or whoever out there. They're going to want to keep their food and water safe, and adding extra people ain't going to happen. The police station is going to get overwhelmed by people begging, looters, rioters, people wanting to steal guns to protect themselves. It's not a good place to be. And for a police officer, you pretty much have a target pointed or painted on your back from that point on as well, because he was like, hey, this cop ain't protecting me. I can take his stuff and protect myself better. Medical staff, especially with the zombie scenario, you're running the exact same problem. Here you are, a medical specialist in a room full of sick people, and any one of them could have this disease in this particular scenario with the zombie thing. And your next few seconds, that's exactly what happened to Bud's wife. If you remember several episodes ago when we met Bud, his wife was a volunteer nurse, and she got bit and turned. And that's exactly what's going to happen, unfortunately, in a zombie scenario pandemic to most of the medical staff. They're not going to make it. That goes for paramedics, EMTs, veterinarians, if a zombie dog bites you. Anyone who tries to render aid to a stranger in a situation with zombies is in a highly likely chance to get bit. Same for schools. You got one sick kid, and all of a sudden the pandemic, it probably wouldn't happen exactly like High School of the Dead, but, there, watch that anime. Watch how crazy things get there. Basically any place you have a large congregation of people, once again, churches, because people go there seeking refuge, just like the school situation, things can turn ugly real quick when you got a large group of people together, and you don't know who's sick, who's infected, who's the bad guy, depending on what your scenario is. Or when the next, if it's a meteor strike, you don't know when the next meteor is going to land. For all you know, you're going to where the meteor is going to crash and it's going to kill everybody in the building. You don't know. And that's part of, the risk you take. Do you go, classic scenario for any survival situation, do you go at it alone and have to take on all the responsibilities for yourself, food, water, supplies, transportation? Or do you go with a group and separate the jobs between your companions and end up in a situation where, sure, you have more hands to doing more work, but now you got to feed and keep hydrated all those people and keep them from fighting amongst one another. It's a lot easier to hide one person than it is to hide a group. So there's a lot of things to consider when it comes to survival, and I haven't done it yet. I need to do that episode I was talking about on basic survival tips and advice for anybody. So it will come up the year. This is literally, you're going to see this probably in 2018. This is the end of 2017 when I'm recording this. This is the 29th of December. So I kind of failed on getting it out, but I've been doing a whole lot of videos and, doing my job, working on it. So, it's been one of those things that I've been like, okay, I got to do it. I have everything ready. All I got to do is get the camera out, start recording. I can talk about things, put it online. It's done. But it's one of those deals that by the time we get done working, I'm either too tired or there's not enough sunlight or, whatever. So I will get to it eventually. But back to the story here. Like I said, Michiru is an extremely capable doctor. And I think she's going to be a good backup. We'll go with 2 for now.
Well, I know she's a bit scared about the idea, but she's had such a tremendous gift, and it would keep her out of danger out here. Not that you deserve to be in danger.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Wouldn't you rather see her in here, healing your hurts?
Okay, now I just feel like you're trying to, like...
Here. Emotionals. Take the emotions. Healing your hurts, then out there attacking those monsters and risking her life?
You do realize we need field medics more than just doctors inside the building, right? I'm just saying. But yeah, my character's a field medic, so technically that position's already filled. So we're going to go with 1, because we're going to get her trained up as a better medic.
That's so good to hear. God bless you for saying so. I know that Myreenie's strong young woman, and she's capable of so much good. I don't want to think about her out there hurting people.
They're usually undead or bandits, so I mean, it's not really that big of a deal.
When she has such a capacity for healing and kindness.
Seriously, bullets hurt, medicine helps, and if she can do both, even better. And the conversations keep on coming. Jeez. Hey. Hey, Ryan. What's up? Hey, Amy. Nothing much. I just, I was, wondering, would you be able to, give me a tattoo? What did you say? You want a tattoo? God. Wow, I don't really know what to think. Are you sure you're the type of person there, Ryan, who'd totally like to have a tattoo or something? No offense, I don't think you'd like them. Yeah, I think he's just trying to flirt with her. There's not many young ladies in the shelter, so he's probably like, alright, this babe's by herself, her boyfriend died. Get that pickup game on. No way. I love tattoos. Really. Yours look really hot. What? They're really, though, tough. And, I mean, not on everybody. I mean, they could be elegant, too. Really, like, stylish. Cha. If you, like, ask for, like, a unicorn on your forehead, I am totally not going to do that. So, do you, like, want to get, like, an elegant or a stylish one? Oh, that was so close to what I said. That is funny. I like the sound of that, Ryan. You should get a big unicorn on your chest. I said forehead. She said chest. They're elegant beings. Oh, that is great. Thank you, game designers. You and I think a lot alike. I want to say it was Simpsons where I saw that. I think Ralphie got a tattoo on his forehead of a unicorn. That's where mine came from. I was like, he was like, I got like a henna tattoo, and they're like, the bullies were like, no, dude, that's a real tattoo. Like, should we beat him up? He's like, no, dude, he's gonna be going through a lot now. And they just like walk off. The emotional scarring. Hey, man, take it easy with the kid, huh? Yeah, I mean, why not? I think Ryan look good with some mink, don't you? Or stay silent or ignore the conversation. 3 or 4 is my choice. 4. Well, or tough, or something. I just, thought I could use some ink. He wants like the Waka face tattoo or something. I think it was Waka from Final Fantasy X that had one. Or no, I'm thinking of what's his name from Final Fantasy VIII? The Kung Fu kid. Oh, what was his name? Shoot, what was his name? If you remember, put it down in the comments. But yeah, the Blitzball kid. It's like, hey man. He ended up getting together with Lulu. I remember her name because she was hot in that belt dress. Sorry. Flashbacks to waifu's past. But yeah, Waka. That was his name. Waka. Now I remember. Yeah, Waka had that like face tattoo. That was it. Right on. You do know tattoos kind of hurt, right? I mean, it's a needle repetitively puncturing your skin over and over again. And sometimes there's blood, so you should pick a spot carefully for your first one. Particularly one that doesn't have a lot of nerves in it. Probably someplace on the, not on the bone, with a good amount of muscle tissue. Exactly. Muscle tissue? I weigh 90 pounds, and that's when I'm wet. My stomach or my lower back? Yeah, the lower back one, you just... Oh, jeez. I'm a little ticklish there. I should have finished reading that before I even started my statement. Yeah, that's more like a lady tattoo spot, not a guy's. Oh, I see. Did you want it on your butt? That's cool. Definitely not the first butt tattoo I've ever done. Usually says, no entry or yes please. I'm kidding. I've even done them right on the guy's hello. Well, I know where that one went. Let's see. I think I'm okay without a tattoo for now. Thanks, maybe later. 7 or 8 years down the road. When I get drunk and Uncle Tom starts talking and we go and, start partying and get drunk and more and wander into the tattoo parlor. Hey, Ryan, you're rambling again. I'm sorry, I'm going to leave now. The conversations, why? I mean, sure, I had my conversation earlier, but, yeah, I didn't expect more from them. We'll hit the radio, and then we'll probably end the episode. I didn't expect that to happen. Hey there. I got a favor to ask. Might have told you about this first time I ran into Mishu and Ryan on the bus, but thing is, I don't quite know what happened or who survived. Okay, I've already found the picture and handed it off to the kid, so if that's what you're going to bring up, I've already done it. So, just like the conversation with the preacher dude talking about how something had already happened that didn't happen, and this conversation, and that other one where they were talking about things that hadn't happened yet, I feel like this is out of place. I was hoping we could go back there to where the bus attack happened. Look around and see if anyone made it out. Yeah, that's going to be the rest stop that we found the notes at. Or not note, the picture at. For all I know, some of the kids' family escaped. It'd mean a lot from me and Ryan. Yeah, I need a fourth option that says, hey, I've already been there. Everybody's dead. I already found the photo and gave it to Ryan. That's what I need, but it's not there. The attack happened near here. Let me mark it on your map. The bus driver took off before anyone else could get on the bus. So my guess is if they did survive, they might still be nearby in the building where we found the picture. I'll check it out. See you later. Whew. Yeah, I did not expect all that. And I still have an RP of 9 of 10. What in the world is that about? It says AP 9 of 10. Looks like RP out there. Haha! So I figured that since it was the end of the world and everything, Most of the food I took with me is not exactly diet or even really food. I was eating a plastic pear for 3 days. It was delicious. And so I'm sitting here stuffing my face with a pudding pie and reading the label. Because what else am I going to read besides the dictionary? I'll probably do that next week. And it struck me that these snack cakes have so many preservatives that they'll probably outlive humanity. And right here on the label, I notice that all these things come from a factory right here in Central Texas. The Holman Snacks Factory in Belgner, to be specific. That actually might be a hint at a location we can get food at, so we'll look at the map in the next episode and see if it shows up. So if any of you in the area can get there, you'll probably find a spongy yellow gold mine waiting for you. And no fighting, okay? There should be plenty of diabetes to go around. Diabetes. What's his name? Wilfred, that does those commercials? Diabetes. So, share the bounty. Or if you're me, just, take a whole bunch of companions, stuff your bags full, and head back to the shelter with yellow sponge cake goodness for the entire group. I would suck the high fructose corn syrup right out of the crunkle. The kid for a few... Oh my gosh, that is a very inappropriate joke. For a few more packs of his delicious frosted cakes. Was that too much information? Yes, that was very much too much information. Thank you for not sharing. I'm going to leave now. Goodbye. Woof. Was not expecting that response. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you, everybody, for coming to join us on this episode. If you liked it, hit that like, subscribe for future content. And if you feel like it, leave a comment down below, and I'll get back to you. Until next time, stay safe out there, everybody, and I'll see you later.